Who is this person? It's been so long, I forgot. Gervais. There you go. Gervais, if you will notice, he does a whole ton of these studies. He's a well-respected, uh, 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 from somewhere in the North Pacific Northwest or Canada or something like that, right? Well-respected person. He does study after this is his thing, right? This is just one of many studies he's done. He is an atheist, right? And so this is just one of the things that he says. And um, to me, it's important because being that this is the case, I'd like to know why. I'd like to know why from atheists, why this is the case.
You mean to tell me that amongst unbelievers, that they themselves consider rapists to be more trustworthy than themselves, right?
Yeah, the
That's the claim
trustworthiness
you're
would
making?
be inaccurate. The more accurate thing is even among the
That's
irreligious
like,
being nuns. Now, someone could be a theist
that's
and
bullshit.
still be irreligious. No, I can give you the study. It's peer reviewed. Okay, and it's the case that even among the irreligious, the nuns, the unaffiliated, right? 69% of which are theists, granted, right? They're not atheists in a sense, but they are irreligious. They trust atheists less than rapists, and that was the discussion. I
Do
mean,
they
your
think that the
prejudice
rapists
doesn't
are?
matter.
Do they think that the rapists are Christians?
I think you guys are mixed. Listen, it was just a discussion that I had, and
John, answer the question.
I wasn't trolling.
John,
Oh, that's
answer the
brilliant.
question.
The majority of those rapists are Christians. You realize that, right?
So atheists
they
are
would have
less
to all be,
trusted
right?
than Christians. Is that what you're saying?
No, the very rapists you're referencing, right, are going to be predominantly Christian.
Right. So atheists are less
If they were
trusted than
atheists, they'd be in
Christians,
the
right?
atheist group,
That's what you're
right?
saying, right?
They'd all have to be Christians.
John,
So
you made a
even the
great point
irreligious
about
trust
Christian
atheists less than
rapists.
Christians. Is that where we're at? I mean,
No,
it's
we're at
clear. It's clearly
you,
You
evident
made a
as
great
far
point.
as trustworthiness, and I thought it was
John.
important
You
to note
pinned
that
Jeffrey
there are,
Dahmer. You
yeah,
pinned
but there are,
a Jeffrey
hang on,
Dahmer meme.
but there are
A Jeffrey
zero
Dahmer
atheists
meme
out
out
of
on the fucking.
535 members in
Never mind.
Congress. Do you guys
He's
realize
completely
that?
out of it, dude.
No, there are zero atheists out of 535 members in Congress. Why do you think that is? Why is it the case that America would
You have to
rather?
be no. You have to be clear
Why you guys are
here.
keep interrupting me? You guys are triggered again.
No, there's
Notice
plenty of
this?
atheists in Congress. Trust me.
I'm a little triggered because I think that when you
Yes,
say there's
because you keep
no,
interrupting me.
well, when you say there's no atheists in Congress, I don't think that's true.
Well,
Yeah, me either.
could I give you the facts? Out of 535 members in Congress, there are zero open atheists in Congress. That was my
Zero
statement.
Zero
Yeah, but
professing
open
atheists. You didn't
open
say open
atheists.
before.
Yes.
Open
You didn't say open
atheists.
before. You just
Yes, I
added
did.
that.
I do every time.
You
No,
didn't
you
last
didn't.
time.
You did not. You
Unbelievable.
definitely did not.
But there are
A Jeffrey
zero
Dahmer
atheists
meme
out
out
of
on the fucking.
535 members in
Never mind.
Congress. Do you guys
He's
realize
completely
that?
out of it, dude.
This is just going to be borne out in the replay again.
That's
Another
correct.
instance of you remembering something that you didn't say. And then what?
Well, anyway, there are zero open atheists. There's Kristen Sinema, there's Bernie Sanders. I mean, there are examples, but they are not open atheists, right?
Zero open atheists does not
Right. And
equate to there
what I
are
was
zero
saying,
atheists.
yeah, what I was saying that America would rather elect a Muslim, a homosexual, a crack addict before they would elect an atheist because atheists are simply not trusted. And I have the stats to prove it, of course. So this is well known. You guys could be in
Well,
denial of it, but it's the
it's
case.
denial of what?
That number one, that there are no open atheists in Congress. Number two, that atheists are less trusted than rapists.
What about that, though?
That's a discussion I wanted to have.
I think we're having it, but what about it?
Well, the question would be, why is it the case that atheists are less trusted than rapists? Why? Is it
What?
unjust? Is there justification? Is there good reason? Is it
Not that I
prejudice,
know of.
bigotry? I mean,
Not that I know of.
these are
How
legitimate questions.
many?
Do
How
you
many
think it's
openly?
true?
How many openly
It is
openly
true. It is
rapists are there
factual
in
that
Congress?
they are less trusted than rapists. That's factual.
John, how many open rapists are there in Congress or the Senate?
Yeah, America'd rather elect a rapist before they cast their precious vote for an atheist.
No. I asked you how many rapists are in Congress or the
I
Senate.
don't know.
You think? Hold on a second. You think maybe there are open rapists in the Congress or Senate? Is that what you think, John?
I don't understand your point. No, of course they're not. I mean, some might be open about it. I don't know.
You 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 think maybe? So I just want to get this straight. You lack belief that there are not open rapists in Congress or the Senate?
I'm agnostic to it.
You you don't think
Yeah,
that would be political
I think
suicide?
what's that guy's name? I mean, I think there's a few people that have been accused of it, certainly.
Wait,
It,
that is
prof-
accused mean openly a rapist to you?
I don't understand what you mean by open rapist. Are you talking about accused rapists or convicted rapists? What are you talking about open
JJ,
rapist?
is this a real person? Is
he
John
means
real?
open rapist the same way you mean open theist or atheist, which I assume you mean professing to be an
Yeah,
atheist.
when you
Also professing to be a rapist. How many of those are in Congress?
well, here's the thing, okay? Religious affiliation is actually a category that each congressperson fills out. Rapist, non-rapist? No, it's not a category.
What does that matter?
Because if it were a
Doesn't seem.
category to where they would write it out, right? Then the Congress people would actually have to fill it out and answer to that question.
Oh, so then how do you know that they are more trusting?
The same way the Bureau of Prisons simply asks the prisoners, the convicts, of their religious
No,
affiliation.
your claim was that they would rather elect a
America
rapist
would.
than an
Yes,
atheist.
America would.
Yeah, but
They would rather elect a homosexual
you're
too, or a Muslim even,
and
for
then
that matter.
you cited the current uh
I don't even
people that were
understand why
elected
this is an issue. I mean, it's just the fact of the
because you're
matter.
saying dumb stuff. That's
No,
why.
it's just the
That's why
fact of
it's
the
an issue.
matter.
Hold on, John. Are you literally saying that if there was a rapist and an atheist running for any office, you would choose the
Not
rapist?
that I would, that
No, that's
America
not what
would.
I know that's not what he's saying. He said America would rather, not him.
But I'm asking him personally if he would.
If you really must know, Jarek, I actually donate to people who run against atheists. Is that what you want to hear?
No, I want to hear a direct answer. Would you vote for a rapist or an atheist?
Well, I would vote for the rapist, of course.
Can you explain why?
It has more to do with a higher power, right? When I look at some of the politics around the world where the person does not have a higher power, politician, oh, well, then there's corruption in that. Not to say that someone who has a higher power is free from corruption. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of that. But what I am saying is that when a person doesn't have a higher power to answer to, as a person with power, then I don't trust their judgment, and it has to do with that more so than anything else.
The
Because
the
I think when I
judgment
look at
the
some of
judgment the
Mhm.
judgment to rape as opposed to not rape is more in line with your values.
No, I think you're missing the point of what I'm saying.
I think maybe I am. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, I already told you what with regards to it has nothing to do with the rapist or this or that. It
What
has more to
about the
do with the
decision to
atheist.
rape as
My
opposed to
view
not rape
of yeah,
screams that this
but
person has sound judgment to you?
I didn't even
Are you
mention
hearing
the word
yourself,
sound
John?
judgment. Did I mention sound judgment at all in my
But
reasoning?
you don't have to. You chose the rapist over an atheist.
So it has nothing to do with the atheist or rapist judgment. Okay, it has everything
You
to do with their disposition,
What
right?
do you mean it has nothing to
you
do with
said you
their
question their
judgment?
judgment if they're an atheist.
But what I am saying is that when a person doesn't have a higher power to answer to, as a person with power, then I don't trust their judgment, and it has to do with that.
When somebody
Implying that you
rapes
don't
somebody, they
question their
have a
judgment if
specific
they're a
kind of
rapist.
judgment.
No, yeah, okay. If you want to translate to judgment, with respects to not having a higher power, right? Well, then, I mean, my point was the higher power. You're saying with respects to judgment. I didn't really mention the word judgment. If you want me to consider it, well, I can.
You use the word judgment to say that you don't trust atheists because you don't trust their judgment. You use the word
Right.
judgment. You brought up the word judgment. What are you talking about?
Okay, if I use the word judgment, it would be such the case that with respects to a view without a higher power, right? No one to answer to, with the position of power,
Well,
like
if it's relegated to the to the specific proposition of
do I
whether a
really need to
higher power exists
yeah,
and the
but do I
judgment
really need
doesn't
to
the
explain my view? That's
the
not
shortcomings in judgment don't
the
extend beyond
purpose of
that, then why would you care?
the purpose of my discussion was this, okay? I could give you my personal view. If you ask me, I'm not afraid to tell you how I actually feel,
Who else is
right?
in here right
I'm
now?
not I'm not here to be
Look,
politically correct,
it's
okay?
late. It's
But
late. I see there are like what 10 other people, 10 more people. Look, guys, I can't do this anymore, okay? It's late. I've done too much heavy lifting tonight with John Lee, okay?
there you
My
go.
back. I'm
Like with regards to my position on um, politics, atheism, peer-reviewed studies on race. I mean, I know this is very offensive to people, but the reality, this is why I wanted discussion. The fact of the matter is that people who claim to be atheists are not trusted. The question is why,
Well,
right?
that's not your claim.
Is it the
You said
theist's
they're
fault? Do you
you
think it's
said
the
that they're
theist's
not
fault?
trusted relative to rapists. That's
Do
the
you
full
think
claim.
it's the theist's fault that atheists are less trusted? If so, why are even the irreligious not trusting atheists? Why?
Because people are dumb.
Oh, okay. There's no merit to it, right?
There's no merit to it. What's it?
The distrust.
To trust rapists
I
or
mean, after
atheists?
all, I mean,
No,
look
there
at the
is no merit
stellar
to that. No.
behavior that we see day in and day out here in Clubhouse. Not to say that other groups are, model citizens. Not to say that at all. But I mean, if I were to rank, I know what rank I would make. Because I do visit a lot of rooms. Hebrew Israelites, I mean, they're racist. I mean, all kinds of groups. Vegan rooms, Muslim rooms, ex-Muslim rooms, atheist rooms. I mean, I primarily Christian
John Lee,
rooms,
let me tell you
Reform.
something, bro. Let me tell you something,
Sure,
man.
tell me, I'm all ears.
What you said tonight may have eclipsed your previous video. And definitely, I'm going to make the time and I'm going to put in the effort to put this on YouTube because you're just out of control, man. You're just saying just like the craziest stuff. I mean,
But did you see how he tried to pin it on me? Like I'm the one that's
Hey,
been
do what you
out of
gotta do,
control?
Tom. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. These are facts. These aren't opinions.
no.
What's the
I dispute it as a fact.
Do you want me to give you the peer-reviewed study, Tom? We could put it up and we'll decide for ourselves if it's a fact or not.
Sure.
Really? Okay, yeah,
I mean,
I will.
I think the methodology. I think the methodology is going to be probably
Yeah.
a joke.
Oh, yes. That methodology has been questioned for the last several years that I've been discussing this. It is by an atheist who conducted the study, by the way.
How many of the rapists were atheists?
What are you talking about right now?
Is there something ambiguous about the question?
How many of the atheists were rapists?
Sorry, the rapists were
Yeah.
atheists.
How many of those rapists were?
Are you aware of what kind of study it was?
Yeah.
No, that's why you're going to pin it, right?
Yeah, let me find it and I'll send it to you. I don't have the actual abstract, but I think I have an article about it.
Do you have an idea about how many of the rapists were atheists?
Okay. I'm gonna send it over to you, Tom, but I don't know why this is such a. It seems like you've never heard this before. It's something I've been talking about for years, actually.
No, I've heard you say it. I mean, it just
Oh,
seems really
okay.
dumb.
Well, in any case, there's the article on it anyway. I mean, there's a lot more than that. If I could really look for, a plus one or something like that, I might be able to. But anyway, that's the article on it. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything that I've said that's um, part of my opinion, other than what Jarek asked me about my personal opinion, and I gave it to him.
Yeah, it's a bit bizarre, John.
I understand.
Participants were asked to choose the probability of the person who hit a car. They asked the probability that the person in question was a Christian, a Muslim, a rapist, or an atheist.
I mean, with four choices like that, wouldn't you think it would be the rapist?
Why would I think that?
Well, then you might agree that it's the atheist. Then many religious people do. The really telling part about that study, which people seem to overlook, is that the irreligious trusted uh, atheists less than rapists. To hear that atheists are less trusted than rapists, I mean, that's just a fact, right? I don't understand
I
why
don't believe it
that would be so
is.
offensive.
I don't even believe it is a fact.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm just saying that I don't understand why uh, something should be so offensive to somebody. If I'm not saying that Daniel consistently talks about pedophiles because I really never hear him talk about it, but um, I have heard other people most certainly talk about it and in an offensive manner and deliberately so. I'm not actually. He might have thought I was. I was not. It seemed to me I just kept saying and repeating it because there was just some sort of incredulousness or skepticism, and maybe perhaps that's why I kept stressing, yes, no, this is what's going on, and maybe, uh, but I was probably stressing it to say yes, this is actually a fact, rather than try to offend. That was my intent, and if you think it was my intent, that's okay too.
Yeah, maybe you should have a formal debate about this, John.
What would the formal debate be, Tom?
That atheists are less trusted than rapists.
Why would that be in a debate? Who would take the negation of that?
I'd take it.
And what substance do you have to support your view?
Well, that would be in the debate, John.
Well, I mean, you know, these type of debates normally, when people do debate formally, there's disclosure as to what your approach will be. First and foremost, I'm not interested in debate. Okay, this is if you want to have a discussion on it, a room, I wouldn't mind. I'll put it up again, right? This is a discussion I've had, I don't know, 30 times, 40 times over the years.
No, but you don't understand. Let me be more clear, right? I'm
Hmm.
not satisfied with like a clubhouse Discord debate. I want the
Okay.
forum for your humiliation to be the biggest possible.
Oh, so you seem like you have a personal interest in this particular discussion.
Well, I just think what you're saying is dumb.
Well, it's not what I'm saying. I'm just the messenger.
Yeah, well, you can present your message.
I have, and you didn't even pin it up.
Wait, hold on a sec. Are you saying that you don't believe it?
I'm just noting that you didn't pin it up for people to see for themselves, make
It's
their
not an
own
article,
decision.
John. I'll pin it, but it's not even a fucking article. Jesus Christ, you're so... Yeah, I don't want to like do research, go through this article, or sorry, the study itself
I
rigorously,
actually have
just for
quite a bit
some
of
like,
data.
you know, Mickey Mouse like clubhouse debate.
No, I
No,
actually
I
have
want to do it
quite a
like...
bit of data on this, Tom. If I went to my files, I could find a mountain of data.
It's great. Go for it.
And some will say that it's prejudice, bigotry, propaganda against atheists. I mean, there are a whole bunch of theories on why it is that atheists, and they acknowledge that if you're a candidate, that America will not vote for that candidate if they come out as an atheist, right? They don't deny this, right?